Hello everyone, in this video, yes, the title is right, switch to emulation, and I'm here just to tell you straight away, it's not happening anytime soon. So the reason I bring this up or making a video on this as I scroll through my hyperspin menu is because for those that don't know, the Switch 2 emulator, the Switch 2 was recently announced, and around that announcement was severe controversy got to do with the pricing of the games. The system also was pretty high for certain people in certain countries, but I'm not here to talk about the pricing. I'm here to talk about responses from people I've seen, comments online. So on forums and posts like YouTube and places like that, or even Facebook, I've seen a comment along the lines of, or similar to, don't worry, we'll be able to emulate it pretty soon. I've even seen one person get 2,000 plus. I was trying to find it there earlier so I could, paste it in the video. He got 2,000 plus likes for saying, I give it 1 to 2 months and we'll be emulating it. And I'm thinking, did these people not know? Like, it doesn't take 1 to 2 months for an emulator to be made. This is incredible to believe that. One person even believed that they could just pick up where they left off with Ryujinx and we'll have it pretty soon. And again, I could be wrong. If I am, I'll say I'm wrong. But honestly, it's in my mind, it's not happening anytime soon. I'm sorry. It's not happening anytime soon. I believe this time around, Nintendo will be very strict when it comes to allowing emulators to exist while their system is out. I honestly cannot recall a time where a system was out at the same time as the emulator and the emulator was a better experience. Honestly, if anyone watching the video can think of an emulator and a system out at the same time, please let me know in the comment section, because I cannot think of one. And what I mean by that is, when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom on my Switch, I found out that if I I was able to move my game and my save over to the emulator and then patch it. I had a 4K patch, so I'm not comfortable emulating modern systems unless I own the game. That's just me, okay? That's just me personally. So I'm not going to tell you how to do things, but that's just me personally. But I was able to apply a 4K patch at 120 FPS frame rate, add a field of view, I think, patch, and a field of view and a view distance, and a view distance patch, I believe were the ones. That is insane. The game ran miles better on my system than it did miles better on the emulator on my PC than it did on the official system. And Nintendo allowed that to happen for quite some time. Now, maybe they were struggling to try and find a way to shut it down, but eventually they did. And a second thing, Nintendo's biggest problem was having their games leak weeks in advance online. I believe the Switch, in my opinion, was the most jailbroken system in the history of systems, and that's just my opinion. I believe it to be a fact. We can't go opinion to fact. Anyway, that made no sense. So anyway, that's just my opinion. I know loads of people that have a Switch that bought it for the purposes they could jailbreak it and get the games for free, and they could run emulators on it, and that's let them do whatever. But I believe this time around, getting back on point, that it's not going to happen anytime soon, okay? And if it does happen, I think Nintendo is going to do whatever they can to shut it down, because they do not want the same experience they had with the Switch. They had an emulator that was better than their system. That is crazy. So I'm going to end the video here. I just made it to tell people, look, stop commenting. Look, you comment what you want. Comment what you want. But I'm just saying, it's not happening anytime soon. Seriously. You're kidding yourself if you believe it's going to happen overnight. In no way, shape or form am I saying it's never going to happen. It will. It will definitely happen, but it'll take some time. However, I will end it with, because of the controversy of the pricing, many people will be looking for one, and someone will come out and say, you know, I want to kind of stick it to Nintendo. I'm going to work on one as fast as I can. And, you know, a lot of people might help that person. But again, it's not happening for at least over a year plus. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a strange one from what I usually do. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And as I always say, have a lovely, lovely day. And thanks so much for watching.